Alright, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Claim 52, and they're out of Eugene, Oregon, and this is their Stuffed, the Watermelon Mango Daquiri Sorbet variant. So they're calling this one a dessert sour, and it is brewed with lactose and then conditioned on watermelon, mango, lime, and vanilla sorbet. It comes in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. And this can is just over 5 months old. I want to give a huge thanks, shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Jesse, for this beer. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Jesse hooked me up with, and he sent me 2 Claim 52 beers. The first one I already reviewed with the boys over at FLX Beer Reviews, Dan and Mike, and it was their Thicc, the blueberry pie variant. We loved it. It was crazy. It kind of tasted like cinnamon Teddy Grahams if they had a blueberry cinnamon Teddy Graham. It was one of the thickest and most viscous fruited sours I've ever had. Like, it was crazy. I'm glad I shared it with them, though. It would have probably been tough to put down the whole thing. But this one seems like, even though they call it dessert sour, maybe a little bit more refreshing. Watermelon Mango Daquiri Sorbet. Like, I'm here for it. So anyway, let's crack this open, get in the glass, and see what this one is all about. I remember Jesse enjoying this one. Pretty sure he... Oh, it's exploding out of the can. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is kept cold the entire time. Cool. Yeah. But you know the beauty about everything here is that I am going to wipe it up. How am I going to wipe it up? I got paper towels. Shout out to Ridge. Ridge, if you watch this, I'm going to leave this all in. We're not going to clean it up and do dumb shit. We're going to do what we can do. I'm afraid that I might not have enough of these paper towels, though. Oh, man. This is going to be pretty gross, I would assume, based on everything that's happening here. And not only gross, but this is going to, like, the can itself is, like, sticky. You know what I mean? Like, this is, yeah. But, yeah, so, you know, haven't had this happen in a while. Now, what's funny is a lot of times I'll feel these cans to make sure they're not, you know, going to explode, because you can kind of feel how tight they are, right, in terms of, like, if they're going to, you know, spew out of the can. And this one did not have that feeling. So I'm kind of surprised that it didn't, if we're being honest here. I'm just wiping this up. I apologize. If you just want to look at the review, just, you know, probably fast forward, and you'll probably get there in due time. So put this over here. We'll try to clean up more of this here if we can. I love the color. It looks like fake strawberry. Honestly, that looks like strawberry quick, if we're being honest here. This honestly looks like somebody poured strawberry quick into my glass. So after this, I'm going to have to come over here and actually wipe this with some soap and water and whatnot. But yeah, so I'm not going to pour all of it in because I don't think it's necessary. Maybe I will. We'll see. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it now. Just in case more of it spews out. You throw that over there. All right, let's do this. Yeah, it looks like strawberry quick. That's honestly what this looks like. It's strawberry quick. Damn. Tell you what, it smells crazy. It smells real crazy up in here. Put this over here like that. Let me wipe my hands, because my hands are going to be all sticky as well. So we got a little bit of explosion here, and this isn't going anywhere as well, so that's interesting. All right, so we'll throw that over there. We should be good. Okay, so this looks like somebody made some strawberry quick with whole milk. Has this crazy, like, pinkish, reddish color. Looks like you had strawberry quick, but you put, like, way too much of the strawberry quick into the milk. It has all the pectin and stuff around the rim of the glass. You can't see through it. Murky, turbid. Yeah, it kind of looks like what I expected it to. Let's get a nose. I don't know if those flavors go together. What the fuck? The first thing I get is this strong... All right, I'll say this. The watermelon and the lime, definitely, because I've had watermelon lime, like, water before. Different, like... I had watermelon... What have I had some watermelon lime, and it goes together. Watermelon lime goes together extremely well. The mango is kind of what makes this weird. So it's like watermelon and lime, but the watermelon's kind of like Jolly Rancher-esque. And then mango pops in. It's like this over-ripened mango. And I don't know if that belongs with the watermelon and lime. I'm getting a bubblegum essence too. Like a... And then there is vanilla. That vanilla sorbet is coming in as like almost a creamsicle-esque vanilla. I'll tell you what, this does not smell bad in the least, but it smells a little bit natural, but it also is just very strange. It's watermelon, lime, it's mango, and it's vanilla. And they're like trying to cancel each other out. It almost has a minty kind of nose to it. I don't know. It smells all right. It's kind of weird. To be honest with you, it's kind of weird. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Jesse. I got to clean my table now, buddy. Damn it. Cheers. Oh, the taste is substantially better. Thank God. Oh, man, that's nice. Oh, wow. Hang on. Why are you such a fucking weird beer? Weird beer. Dessert sour. Whatever you want to call it. Why are you so weird? It's pretty fucking tasty. It's so strange. Let me go back for another. It's so strange. Re-fermentation can occur if not kept cold. I think that's exactly what happened, but it was kept cold. But again, Jesse sent it from California. Who knows in the week-long travels, like how many places was it kept where it wasn't cold? It says roused fruit from a bottom of can before opening. I did that off camera, but I also kept it upside down. Yeah, I mean, all right. So let me start trying to dissect this beer because it is a strange one. Let's go body mouthfeel. Buying this one is straight up full body. This is thick. This is syrupy. This is almost like, you ever have eggnog before? If you had eggnog before, it's kind of like if you used the base for eggnog, but you mixed strawberry quick into it. That's kind of what it looks like, and that's how it feels on the palate. No, this is super. This is thick. This is creamy. So the mouthfeel, it's soft. It's creamy. It's kind of, put it this way, if you like these heavily fruited smoothie sours and you like them to be like almost smoothie-esque, or like the aforementioned eggnog in terms of like a body in the mouthfeel, this is for you. I like it, but it makes it less refreshing. And I feel like watermelon, lime, mango, a little bit more refreshing here. Because this is, while this is sweet, this is not sickly sweet. Like, I'm enjoying it. First thing hits me from the palate is watermelon. And it's a mixture of the candied, artificial, Jolly Rancher kind of watermelon with a real watermelon. Hits me at the front. Passes through, the lime hits like right after. So that's where that watermelon lime kind of tandem comes into place. And it's super refreshing. Like right there, it's refreshing. Yeah, it's a little bit candied from the watermelon, but it's refreshing, right? After that, a ripened mango appears, and it's an authentic mango, but again, it's a little bit out of place. As it continues on, I'm hit with a bubblegum kind of feel, middle of the palate. Could be the yeast, could be the combination of the flavors here. I don't know, but it has a bubblegum kind of feeling. As it continues on, there's a dollop of vanilla that hits, not as big as in the nose where I said creamsicle, just a little bit of like perceived kind of vanilla on the palate that like is making everything a little bit sweeter or seems sweeter. It finishes with a firm tartness, and there's a mild to moderate acidity. Every time I swallow, I feel like I'm going to get heartburn, but it's not like crazy right now. It's just kind of in the back of the throat. I'm like, oh, I feel a little bit of that phlegm, a little bit of like acid kind of going on, right? So that's interesting. But there's not really any dryness. There's no bitterness, but it's also not crazy sweet. Is this sweet? Yes. Did I expect it to be sweet? Yes. It's called a dessert sour, but it's not over the top. But that's kind of how that blueberry pie, the thick blueberry pie one was. It was rich, it was decadent, but it wasn't crazy sweet. Like it just had very vibrant and rich flavors. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. This has a rich fruit flavors to it. But while not super sweet, it's definitely like just rich and decadent on the palate. This is good though. Like the flavors I enjoy. I would have liked to see this without the mango personally. Don't know what the mango's bringing to the party outside of probably the body of the mouthfeel. I feel like the mango's probably the puree adding the most thickness and smoothness to this. But I think it kind of gets in the way to some degree for me to really, really like this beer. It's good though. Yeah, this is one of the most unique but strange heavily fruited dessert sours I've ever had. It's just kind of all over the place. And again, you look at that. Look at all that pectin. But again, doesn't that honestly look like strawberry quick? Like that's what it looks like to me. Strawberry milk. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, oh, it's 6.5%. You can't tell. How do I rate this? I think if the mango wasn't here, it didn't explode on me, and it had something to kind of offset that mango. Like they call it a daiquiri. Does it taste like a daiquiri? Maybe. I never had like a watermelon lime daiquiri before. If I ever have a daiquiri, it's always a strawberry one. Kind of looks like one, but it doesn't taste like it. I would think if those things, if it didn't explode, if it had the mango replaced with something that would work better with the watermelon lime, this would definitely get in the mid to high 4.25 range. As is though the watermelon mango daiquiri sorbet variant from Claim 52. I'm going to give this a go high 4 out of 5. I'll go 4.1 out of 5. It's still really tasty for what it is. I really like the watermelon and lime combo. I just think that I could have done without. I think the mango is just adding the body, probably a necessity, but I wonder what other fruit you could have thrown in here that works better with watermelon that would have achieved the same consistency. But again, personal preference, so it is what it is. Price point availability, I'd imagine these are like, somewhere between like $22 to $26 a 4-pack at the brewery. I'd imagine Jesse paid more for this one. I think he said that blueberry pie one, he paid, I think, $10 a can. And that's the thing. When you see a lot of these beers, no matter the brewery, and they're in distro, you can do 450 North, Mortalis, Claim 52, there's a bunch of other ones, the Schmoojis from Imprint. When those hit distro, you're going to pay 8, 9, 10, maybe even more for a can, where at the brewery, they're like, whatever, $25 a 4-pack. So I get it. If this is like around $6 a can at the brewery, that's the going rate. If I saw this in my neck of the woods for $10, would I buy it? Probably not. I wouldn't. If it was $7 or $8, I'd consider it for sure, especially since I don't get Claim 52 stuff. If we started seeing their stuff here, I'd probably buy a couple if they were like $8 or less just to try them out. But anyway, availability with Claim 52. I have no idea. Jesse's in California. He saw this one, or did he get? I don't know if you got it on Tavor, Jesse, or you actually saw it, but I think they get some distro. I just don't know where because we don't see them here in Buffalo, New York. So if you know anything about their distro, post in the comment section. If you've had this one before, post in the comment section. And if you've had anything within the Stuff series, in the comment section. Huge thanks to Jesse for not only this beer, but all the beers he sent to me recently. I'm pretty sure I am now done with all the beers he sent my way. So Jesse, that was an awesome box of beer. I really enjoyed it. I definitely didn't save the best for last, but I'll tell you what, it was fun trying out all the beers you sent my way, as it always is. I love when folks sent me West Coast goodness, because there's some great beer in California and Oregon and Washington and the whole nine. So appreciate it. Thanks again, Jesse. Thanks everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.